Hi, Assalamualaikum. So this will be my first video that I'm going to post on my Facebook page. So I was thinking what would be the topic that I want to be sharing with you. So I thought it would be something which is mostly talked about currently, which is on haze. Okay, so the haze is really bad now. Today is the 20th of September and the school has been closed for the past 2 to 3 days, okay, because the API has been terrible. It went up to more than 200 on Wednesday and Thursday in Sharjah where I stayed. So that's really bad for us. And currently, Alhamdulillah, it has gone down to 100 plus in most of the states except for Sarawak. So even when you go out, you see everybody is wearing a mask and everybody is trying to avoid from going out. So everybody's talking about it. And everything that happens we blame it on the haze. For example, like if we're having a bad cough, or we're just feeling tired, we're feeling sleepy, or even it's a traffic jam, everything we'll blame on the haze. Okay, so I thought of sharing some tips that can be applied for children. And children are actually fall into the high risk groups, okay, apart from elderly and the ones with any lung conditions or heart disease. So children are also more prone to the effects of haze. It's because of their immature immune system, okay, their immature immune system, and then their lung defense mechanism is not so well developed, so they are more prone. Okay, so what are the things that we can do for our children? So there'll be 5 tips I'm going to share, which is number 1, because of the haze, try to stay indoors. Okay, I know it's difficult to just stay indoors all the time, but whenever possible, especially if the API is more than 200, it's actually advisable to just stay indoors. And when we stay indoors, try to make sure that all the windows are closed and all the openings are closed. And when you turn on the aircon, make sure that your aircon also has got a clean filter. And if you have an air purifier, please use it. Okay, and number 2, if let's say you do have to go out, for some reason there's no choice, the advice is actually to wear a mask. All right, so when we talk about masks, people always talk about the N95 mask. Currently I don't have an example of an N95, but you can get it from your local pharmacy. It's about between 5 to 6 ringgit for the mask, is what I heard. But the N95 is only for adults. Yeah, it's only for adults. For kids, they don't have a well-fitted mask for children. So for adults, you can use N95. It is reusable. But even if you use it, there's actually a proper way of doing it. You must make sure that it's a tight seal. And if let's say you feel suffocated wearing it, then you should just stop. All right. Don't really force yourself until you're on the verge of feeling uncomfortable. All right. And some actually use the surgical mask, which is like this one. Okay, so this is called the surgical mask, and I've seen people wearing it outside. There are a lot of patterns. Some you can find like floral pattern and even animal prints on it for kids. They are made for kids, but actually for this one, the haze can still penetrate through, because our haze is about 25 microns, so it can still penetrate through this surgical mask. But people still wear it because you feel like if you don't wear anything, might as well you just wear a mask, right? So yeah, so the thing is with this mask, number 1, it can penetrate to. Number 2 is because it can form like a lot of leaks here and there. Okay, so when there are a lot of leaks, then the haze can get through anyway. All right, so that's number 2, wear a mask. Oh yeah, another thing is that if you wear a mask, you don't have to wear it indoors. Okay, when you're indoors, you can just take it out. All right. Okay, number 3 is to stay hydrated. Okay, remember to drink lots of water, because as you know, normally the haze, you can have a lot of sore throat, a bit of throat irritation, and you just want to keep yourself healthy. So make sure you drink lots of water, and make sure that your children drink lots of water as well, and keep yourself hydrated. Okay, the 4th tip is to stay healthy. So how do you stay healthy? Number 1, to eat healthy food, you know, for example like fruits, vegetables, right? And you can take your supplements, take your vitamins, right? And then you can even do like some light exercise at home, but indoors, yeah, not outdoors. Okay, these are just some of the things that you can do to keep yourself healthy and avoid yourself from getting infection. So the last tip, which is number 5, is seek medical help. All right, seek medical help, meaning if let's say you are experiencing any severe symptoms like a very bad cough, you have difficulty in breathing, you know, your allergy symptoms is worsening, you know, because for example like people with allergic rhinitis or sinusitis, and even with bronchial asthma, they can have worsening of their symptoms. People who are asthmatics can have an exacerbation of asthma. So if you do have those symptoms, please seek medical help. Right? And especially those who are on medications, make sure you take your medications regularly. For example, if let's say your child has got asthma, if they are on inhalers, make sure they are taking their regular inhalers so that their asthma is well controlled. And if let's say they are on the Ventolin inhalers, which are used PRN or when necessary, then make sure you always have that on hand. Okay, just in case just in case that your child has got an exacerbation. Okay, meaning suddenly having difficulty in breathing or a bad cough, then you can use that. All right, and apart from that, remember to get your annual flu shot updated. Okay, so do remember try to recall back when was your last flu shot, and if it's due, then it is actually advised to take your flu shot. Okay, remember to update it every year. So that's all, just the 5 tips to share with you today. Okay, bye bye, stay healthy.